And welcome back, everyone. All right, we're back in Helena. This time we're going to let an employee take his holidays. So we're going to release his vacation pay. So the employee is artiste. So you go into employees and look at artiste. Get that? Funny. Okay, so artiste, when you go into the income tab, there's a box here to retain the vacation. So that means when you pay the employee, and you're paying him 6% vacation pay, that 6% is being retained in a payables account, right? Vacation payable. And we're about to let the employee take his vacation, so he's going to take some time off, and we'll release that vacation pay to him so he has some money for a holiday. And that's the whole idea of vacation pay. We don't give it to the employees on their paychecks, we withhold it. If we give it to them, and we can, every paycheck, they'll just spend it probably. So we retain it, goes into a payable account, and when the employee wants to take their holidays, we will release it to them. So we're going to have to come here and release the vacation pay for the employee. All right, so that's where we're going with this one. Now, anytime you are releasing vacation pay to an employee, I'll just remind me later. Let me go into this employee artiste. Remember, Simply is going to grab a bunch of this information from the employee's setup, and we don't want to pay them anything. So right now, his vacation accrued is $24.56.40. And we want to release that to him. So we want to release that vacation pay down here. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind. You have to go back to the employee record and remove the check mark in the box to retain the vacation, because we don't. We want to release him, give him a check for his vacation pay. Secondly, when you come in here to give him the paycheck, you want to make sure you're not paying him for any hours, no piecemeal work, no advances, no benefits, all that gets zeroed out. And lastly, after we do release the vacation pay, we want to be able to go back into the record for the employee and turn that retained vacation pay box, check it off again, make sure we turn it back on. So that's where we're going in this lesson. So to start, remember, close this. We need to go into the employee, so into the employees, pull up the employee artiste, go to the income tab, and make sure you remove the check mark in the box that says retain vacation pay. Click on save and close. Close that, and let's go into the paychecks. And remember, this is for artiste. So we grab him, artiste, and remember what we want to do. We want to release his vacation pay. Now this is happening on October 17th. October 17th. Issue check number 215. Alrighty, looking good. So we're not going to pay him for any hours. That's going to be a 0. So no piecemeal work. What else do we notice? The accrued vacation now becomes vacation paid down here, so we're going to pay him for that. Benefits, none. Okay, deductions, none. Taxes will get calculated. We didn't take the money off for CPP, EI, and tax when we retained it, so now that we're releasing it, we have to let Simply do its tax calculations here. User defined benefits, nothing. And entitlements, yeah, nothing there. Hours worked during this period, that'll be 0 because he's not working. We're just releasing his vacation pay. So remember, you go into the employee setup, tell Simply not to retain vacation pay, then come into their paycheck, click on the income tab, make sure you're not paying them for any income, so nothing for this period. No benefits, that's 0 over here. This used to be vacation accrued here, and now it is vacation pay being released here. Deductions, none. That's for medical. Taxes simply works its magic and does that for you. User-defined expenses, that's the employer portion of the medical, nothing. And entitlements, nothing. Now, I think we're in good shape. The amount that I'm releasing to the employee is going to be $1749.28. $1749.28 is the gross pay. Or sorry, that's going to be the net pay. The gross pay is $2320.80, and the amount withheld is this, which means they will take home this amount of money. That'll be the amount of the paycheck. Now let's go up to the top and look at the journal entry before we post this and ask ourselves the question, does this make sense? We retained $2,320.80 of vacation pay for this employee. Simply keeps track of that, and we're paying it. So payable is a credit. Now we're debiting that account because they're using up their vacation pay that we retained. The EI, CPP, and WCB expenses, that's the employer portion, are calculated here, and they go into these payable accounts. So just a reminder, CPP, anytime you look at CPP payable, which is this amount down here of 215.30, whoops, I'm sorry, let me go back here, call this up again. So 215.32, half of that is the employee, 107.66, and half of that is the employer portion. The EI payable, the 99.14, that's this number, that includes the employee portion plus the employer portion, which is 1.4 times the employee portion. So if you're trying to figure out the employee portion, x plus 1.4x equals 99.14. So the employer portion is 57.83. WCB, 2066 payable, 2066 expense for me. And what he takes home is $1749.28. And we saw that on the paycheck. So there you go. We're good. I'm going to close this. I'm going to, where was I? Oh, sorry. Go back into the paycheck, and I'm going to pay him. So I'm going to post that. Good. Payroll based is done. Yes. Good. We're done. We're ready to move on to the next one, right? Wrong. We are not ready to move on to the next one. What do we have to do? Think about it. Come on, keep thinking. What's that last step? There you go. You need to go back into the employee, which is artiste. So when he does come back from his holiday and starts working again, we want to retain his vacation. So we'll have to go back into his profile, click on that little box beside retain vacation. So when we start paying him again, we once again start retaining his vacation pay. So next time he takes a holiday, we can go back and release it to him just like we did this time. There you go. You got it. So save and close. Close that. I think we're good. Now you're an expert in releasing vacation pay to the employee so they too can have a holiday.